ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a big welcome to all of you today. It's an incredible day for all of us who know the future, who understand the dream, who understand the world of digitalization, the interesting world that we are living in. So I want to say a big welcome to all of you who have indicated where you've connected from. I want to say a big welcome to Agatha from Cape Coast. It's lovely to have you here. Lady Lillian from Tema. It's lovely to have you here. Nicolai from Ontario, Canada. It's lovely to have you here. We have Bakishi Alamega. Okay, it's nice to have you. Mawisi Nukafo. It's like, please type your name and where you've connected from. I want to use this as a way to welcome every single one of you in the middle of the thick forest along the route where ancient travelers of the pre-vehicular era trundled and charted their way. Today, we have a panel that is going to release some knowledge intercontinental ballistic Kosovoic atomic Ukrainian bomb, okay, to help everyone know the essence of your presence here. So please take the phone and tell your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your uncle, okay, every single person in your family, tell them that we are alive and that you want them to be part of the momentous momentum. Okay, many people wait for things to happen, others make things happen, others watch things happen. You got to be part of those who make things happen. Others wait when things have happened before they want to happen. Okay, you don't want to be part of such people. Okay, some people are the movers and shakers of the world. Some people are the ones who see the future. Some create the future. Some see before others can see, because that is called wisdom. Wisdom is the ability to see the obvious, even when the obvious is unseen by other people. There are only 2,780 something billionaires in the world. Each one of them operate on the principle of vision. And vision is who you are now by virtue of what you see that others cannot see. Today, we have an incredible program that I want to tell you. And to do that, I have a great panelist here who will be sharing their nugget. Eunice Molenga. It's lovely to have you. Vera Gavo. Okay. Johnny Bonzi. Fulera Gariba. Johnny from Ghana. Fulera from Ghana. Gariba from Belgium. Fortunate. Okay. From Ghana. Philip Atta from Ghana. Mudasiru from Ghana. Okay. Nana Osayabuaji Robin. Okay. From Takwa. Benjamin Kuma. All of you, I want to say a big welcome to every single person. Now, I want to use this opportunity to tell a friend, a brother, a sister, a co-worker, an acquaintance, a neighbor, even an enemy. Tell that person that we are live here, and you know that when he or she joins us live, he is going to be thankful. It is the last moment of the Mohicans. Tomorrow is a Monday, and on a Monday morning, the heart attack rate will rise by 35% because people will go to jobs they don't like, people will go through traffic they don't like, people will be tired already from the weekend. But you and you are ending your weekend in a grand style. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Erin Martha. She is the MD, okay, for the Sakrena Pharmacy. She's also someone who works for a company as a social worker. We have Jeffrey Okan. Jeffrey is a banker and also a business tycoon himself. He's one of the great bankers we have in Africa. We have Mrs. Enyinam Epiphany Sefano. She is a nest-dupreneur. Okay, she is doing so many things on the African continent. It's my pleasure to welcome Felix Awuji. It's my pleasure to welcome Winifred Taylor. All of you here, I want to say thank you so much indeed for coming. It is your presence that makes our essence meaningful. It is your presence that makes our essence meaningful. So please, if you can take the last 30 seconds to tell 2 people to join you, that will be very incredible. My name is Dr. Koa. I'm a lecturer, I'm a professor. I'm in 4 universities in 3 continents. I'll be taking you through the second part of the project, okay, of which I'm a member of as a board of director. Ladies and gentlemen, the first speaker is Mrs. Enyinam Epiphany Sefano. She is an orator. She is a vociferous orator. She can prattle in lexical gymnastics. She is going to take you through the first part of this program, which is the the real essence of GotBackup. Okay, and please back to you.
Thank you, Prof. It's another opportunity to deliver this wonderful project. So why are you here? I'm sure someone invited you, didn't tell you much. That's why you're here. So please pay attention to what we are going to talk about. So as individuals, we have dreams, aspirations, ambitions, and we've planned our lives from childhood. But as we start growing, reality sets in. How does reality set in? Your first salary, do you remember what happened when you had your first salary? It was scary. So what happened is that that dream you had of having the best place to live, stay in the highest what mansion you wanted to, maybe you wanted to live in a 10-bedroom house, it started shrinking. And gradually what happened? We started saying that, oh, 2-bedroom house is enough. That's contentment. Some of us, we dreamt of investing in things, but you need to have enough to eat to be able to also invest. But those things started shrinking because we realized that our dreams started becoming smaller because of the income. If we had to increase it, it means more work. GotBackup is here and is telling you that those dreams that you've left behind, go back and bring it alive. How is he able to do that? You have a good work ethic. You have a high work ethic. But unfortunately, the systems you are put in, it doesn't make it realistic. No matter what amount of work you put in, you realize that it is not virtually possible. GotBackup says that it has a system that people with what high work ethic come so that what you build your dreams up. GotBackup had its own dream. GotBackup is a subsidiary of Global Virtual Opportunity that started in 1997 in Gatineau, Quebec, in Canada. Because of the largeness of its dream, Global Virtual Opportunity moved to Texas in US. When you go to Texas, you find all the technology companies, big Microsoft, all the big ones, Google, they are all there because they have the systems to support them. GotBackup bought a property that is 10,000 square feet that belongs to them 100%. It's a data center, and started building his dream from that stage. So GotBackup has the facility to be able to do that, and they are riding on two strong global trends that is sweeping the world. The first thing, are you holding a phone right now, or are you watching us from a laptop? That is the first trend they are riding on. Where there is growth, let me ask you, do you think that phones will ever run out? Oh, I depend on my phone, so I don't know how. There's high demand for phone, and what the market growth is so big. We have over 8 billion smartphones in the world right now. So you can imagine when these things are there, then what it makes what financial success so big. Look at the statistics on the board right now on your screen. As you can see, these are research figures. Look at it. It keeps growing and it will keep growing because the phone you are holding, the only thing is that maybe you will add 1 or 2. Some even have as many as 6. When that happens, what does it mean? Data is generated. When you type A on your phone, B, every word you type is data that has been generated on your phone or your device. And that is where the issue is. People, all of us keep generating data and it needs to be stored. I remember when data started, we wrote what on paper. I worked in the hospital, so what we had files for, but things have changed. Then we went to what floppy disks, CD-ROM, pen drive, hard disks, and now we are in an era where we called what cloud storage. Cloud storage is that you store your data securely somewhere that is between your device and the server somewhere. When your device even gets spoiled, you can still retrieve it later. Look at the figures that are coming from there. This is an industry that generates income. Look at the huge amount. In 2022, $90 billion went through this industry. We are in 2025. Look at the multiples of what happened. 166. And in 5 years' time, if you are someone who is very good with math, you see that multiples of what we are seeing now. By 2030, it's going to over 400, let's say $500 billion that will be going through this industry. If this is there, and you have, so far there are less than 30 companies in this industry. If one of these companies says what, come and partner me, what will you say to that? Someone who is financially literate will know that this is a very viable industry. Look at your phone. You know what you use your phone with. Some of us, that's the first thing we see, and the last thing, majority, the last thing we see. They are even closer than our spouses. If you leave your house right now and you decide that you remember that you left your phone in the house, how would you feel? Over 87%, let's say 88% of people said, well, they will be uneasy. I will go back for my phone. I don't know about you. If you go back for your phone, put 1 in the comment section. If you continue your trip, put 2 in the comment section. I will definitely go back to my phone, because that is what I use for what? My GPS. That's what shows me direction. It's an alarm. I read on it. I don't know about you. Look at the statistics on the screen right now. These are research statistics that they've researched, and people are saying as much as what, almost 68% of people saying that they depend on their phone for various things. So you can see that it is becoming part of us. Addiction comes in 2 ways. If it enhances your life, yes, it's good, but if it causes deterioration, that's where the problem is. Phones have enhanced our lives and make life much easier than how it used to be. That's how relevant phones have become. So now, if something as relevant as this is in your life, will you like to leave it out? No. The negative aspects of this, which some of us might have experienced, is that what? Your phone generates data, and you can lose it within a twinkle of an eye. For instance, the phone you are holding right now, if it falls on the ground, do you know what will happen? Everything on it may vanish, and you may not get it again. People's screens get cracked. As much as what, 5,700 screens get cracked every hour. Some of us, our phone screens are so expensive, and we know how it feels. And when we talk about phone and gadgets being stolen, it's very common. When it gets stolen, you won't see it again. Every 43 seconds, people's phone or laptops get stolen. And that is where the problem is. People buy hardcover for their skin, but the inside, they don't think about it. That is where GotBackup comes in. We'll look at how it helps us in ensuing slides. So what is the second trend? The second trend is everyone is feeling the pinch. Even those living in the land that they call the land of the dream, America. As much as what? 42% of people are involved in side jobs or side business. It depends on how you call it, part-time. You can give it any name, but they don't depend on one stream of income. It's no longer a luxury, it's a necessity now. Young people who used not to do those things, they just say parents give them, are getting involved in what we call side businesses. As much as 62% of them, 18 to 25, are doing something. Some are even becoming millionaires from that. And that is where the world is going. How much more those of us living in countries that will use multiples of our currency to even get only $1. So it is necessity for us. It has become a necessity for us to dwell on this thing. This is where the world is going. And these are the two trends that GotBackup is currently riding on. Imagine if you can do something with your phone and still get an income. What would you say to that? So now, these two trends that GotBackup is leveraging on, is this something you want to also take a second look at? So now, GotBackup started in 2023. As I said, it's a subsidiary of Global Virtual Opportunity, but GotBackup started in 2023 April. And right now, I remember very well, 2023 August, there were 92 countries. As we talk now, we are in 153 good countries. Imagine that. How many businesses can you operate and in less than 2 years be operating in this number of what country? It shows that this thing is relevant. Ghana became the 82nd country to also partner with GotBackup, and we have 195 countries in the world. So would you say that by the end of this year we'll cover the whole of the earth? I see it as possible. So do you also see it? Brunei Darussalam was the last country to partner. So this is where we are currently going. We will cover the whole world. If you have access to all countries in the world, what do you think is such a good thing? At this point, I would like to hold my breath here and let someone who knows more about this project. He started long before I did. He is the mentor of mentees. He is someone who has the technical knowledge, meaning he lectures people in this area, AI, technology. He knows more about it. He will continue from this point and explain everything. He has earned all the incomes you can dream of in this, and he's going to continue to tell you how this is possible for you to take a better look at. So at this point, I'd like to welcome Professor Kweku Ohene to continue at this point and break
Thank you so
everything.
much. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you once again. Those of you who have been here from the beginning, I want to say a big thank you for being part of history making. Okay, I became part of this project in 2023 in April. At that time, I have gotten a special award to come to the UK. And I'm speaking to you now from Leicester University. And at the time, I was wondering, I have GotBackup. I would not be able to do this project, even if I become part of it, because I'm going to a new country, a new environment, and all of that. But the great thing is that it doesn't matter who you are, where you are being, where you are going. This is something for the people, by the people, okay? And it's really, really great. What I want to do first of all is I want to first tell you the service, what GotBackup is. Then I'll tell you why I became part of it. And then I will tell you what you can gain if you become part of it, and what you can lose if you do not become part of this. It's already in 153 countries. So it's first of all, it will not be a joke. It will not be a joke if it is already in 153 countries. There are only 195 countries in the world. And so for it to cover over half of the countries in the world, that should tell you that it will capture the entire world. And it's not even up to 2 years. Okay? It's not even up to 2 years old, the GotBackup portion. It has been around for 27 years, but it was meant for companies. It was meant for big companies. Now it is for everyone, individuals. because individuals are using a mobile phone. Then, Jimmy, the thing is that as long as you have this mobile phone, you need to store your files. You know what sometimes we say? Somebody says, but I don't need a lot of pictures. I don't need videos. I don't need files. Well, you do, because you need to back them up, because your phone can be lost, can't it? Someone can steal the phone. It can fall into water. It can be lost. And people are sending you pictures and videos all the time. So your data is growing. These days, everything we have, passwords, everything we have is on the phone. There are some people, if their phone is gone, their everything is gone. And that is why it's always great to be part of this thing. And GotBackup is not new. It is something we are already using. For example, you know about Google Drive, Dropbox, iCloud. All of these are cloud storage. The thing about them is that GotBackup beats Google Drive 15 times. GotBackup beats iCloud 14 times. GotBackup beats Dropbox 15 times. And I'll show you proof of all this. So it is help. That's why a lot of people are stopping these ones. And they are gradually coming to use the GotBackup service. Let me show you something, how it beats them. For example, if you have iCloud, you have 5 gig free space. After that, you have to pay. If you are getting 6 terabytes, you have to pay $419 every year. GotBackup is 4 times cheaper than iCloud, 3 times cheaper than Google Drive. Google Drive will first of all give you 15 gig. But beyond that, you have to pay. And in that case, GotBackup is 3 times cheaper. So that's why a lot of people, I have been using Dropbox for 13 years. I was paying an amount 3 times what I am paying now with GotBackup. Think about that. And I've been using it for 13 years. So I was paying 3 times more than what I am paying right now. I was already using it. So it's not like GotBackup is brand new. It's not new. It's just a switch. I'm switching away. And you will see that it gives more, better things that the others don't even give. For example, you can share your space. GotBackup gives you 6 terabytes. We are talking about over 1 million movies you can store. And you can share that 6 terabytes with 5 people. You plus 5 other people, 6 people. So you can give 1 terabyte to someone, 1 terabyte to another person, and then you can keep the 4 terabytes. Each of them will have their own username and password. Each of them can access it themselves without you getting interference. And that is unique. So you can share pieces of the space to these people for free. You can also use the GotBackup on any device on the planet. You see, iCloud is not like that. You cannot use iCloud on any device on the planet. For example, this is an Android phone. You cannot use iCloud effectively on this Android phone. No. If you have an Android phone, you cannot also use iCloud on it. And if you have an iCloud, you can't use, GotBackup on an iCloud. You can't use it on Android, Google Drive on Android. You can't. Google Drive will be used on Android, but you can't use Google Drive effectively on iCloud. So GotBackup is universal. For example, you can use it on Windows. You can use it on Linux. You can use it on MacBook. You can use it on Ubuntu. You can use it on Huawei. You can use it on Android. You can use it on Mac, any device in the world. You see why a lot of people are using it? You see why it is flying in 153 countries? But that is not even all. You can set up the GotBackup system, forget it for 100%. You can close your eyes. It will back up everything in the background. The moment you take a picture like this, boom, the picture straight away goes to your backup. You can use GotBackup system, access your files anywhere, and you can collaborate. I'll come back to that collaboration because that is very unique. What about security? Well, Google Drive uses a security system. It is known as a military-grade encryption. iCloud uses a security system. It's known as a military-grade encryption and security. It is that same security system that GotBackup uses. It is called Advanced Encryption Standard. Ladies and gentlemen, I teach on data encryption and security. It is among the highest. It's the same security the CIA, the MIS, the Russian Secret Service. That's what they use to secure their files, especially government encrypted files called the whitelist. And GotBackup is secured. Your data is secure to you. Nobody will have access to it. Not even the owners of the company will have access to your data. So when you are sending a file, you got to use SLS protocols and CSL protocols to encrypt it. GotBackup has it. What about the physical? The building is in Texas. It is on a 10,000 square feet. In case there is tsunami, Armageddon, earthquake, hurricane, typhoon, and the entire building should collapse, and it has never happened in 27 years. But let's assume for a second that the entire building is collapsed. Your data is automatically backed up on multiple servers in multiple countries in the world. So your data is secured in several places in the world. It's not only in the US. That is top level security. Apart from that, when you open the GotBackup system, you have a lot of plugins. Okay. For example, you can use the GotBackup system to send a bulk email to over 10,000 people at a go. Let's say you are a school owner, you are a hospital owner, you have clients, you have students, you have customers. Okay. It doesn't matter what you have. You can use the GotBackup system to burst out information to all of these people. Very cool, isn't it? But not just that. You can use the AI system built into it so that the person receiving the email will think that you personally sent him the email, because the AI system will use the artificial intelligence algorithm. So the person will see his name. So you see the name of the person as hello, Irene, hello, Enyanam, hello, KOA, hello, Jeffrey. Each person will get his name. Meanwhile, you only said something. You didn't mention their own name. The beauty of this is that when you receive an email from someone who is mentioning your full name, it makes you believe in the message. And instead of saying hello. And this unique system is beautiful. Also, you can automate an email. For example, you can write 10 emails and say that I want this email to go to all the people every Monday at 8 o'clock. And every Monday at 8 o'clock, this will go to all the people. Every Monday, another email. You can say that the second email should go to all these people every December 25th. And every December 25th, that second email will go to everybody without you touching it for 20 years. That's the beauty. iCloud doesn't have this. Google Drive has this, but you have to pay extra $500 to be able to get that. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, we have some incredible. Also, watch this. You can use the GotBackup system. Suppose you have a Word document and you don't even have Microsoft. You can still use the GotBackup system to open the Microsoft. You can share the files with several people in different places in the world. Each one of them can be looking at the file whilst you are looking at the file. Each one can be editing the file whilst you are also editing the file. You can even talk to the document and it will type everything for you. You can tell the document to read everything and it will read everything back to you. You can change the language. You can write it in Chi, convert it to Gan, write it in Gan, convert it in Chi, write it in Chinese, convert it to German, write it in Italian, convert it to any language. It's beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think the price of this would be? So that is the service of GotBackup. At this stage, if somebody invited you to only come and listen to the great service of GotBackup, this ends the service part. We are now going to the second part of the presentation, which is the project. You see, GotBackup is not just providing a service, it is also giving three other things. And I'm come to talk about the three, one of them, and another one, and another one. The next thing GotBackup gives is that for those that want, this part is not compulsory, but for those people who want, GotBackup gives you income if you are going to use a service and join them in partnership. This is not by force, but believe in me, ladies and gentlemen, this is paying some of us more than our salary. Let me share something with you, ladies and gentlemen. You can't rely on your salary alone. Life can be hard. Life can be difficult. Look at how long you have been working. Look at your life up to today. You always hope that God will show his hands on my family. I will serve God for the rest of my life. My God will never leave me. Yeah, he will never leave you. But the thing is that you are in a difficult environment. Jesus also said the same thing. Sometimes you have to go through the Red Sea. So he has to die. Sometimes you got to go through. And so our jobs that we do, you see, our jobs we do are fantastic, but they are all time-based. You put your time into a system, the system will reward you. But that system is not your system. The job you are doing is not for your father or grandmother. And so they will never pay you and I the way we wish we will get, even if we work the hardest. If you work more than your boss, will you earn more than your boss? Unless he's dead. But he's not dying this year. Not even next year. So it's always great. Whilst you work, you also have a dream you build, because you don't control your job, but the job controls you. So in addition to the job, have something you control. That is what God told the Israelites. Have something you control. Have a business you control. Have a project you control. You check most of the people who are doing great. They don't do one job. The businessmen and women are the movers and shakers of the economy. It doesn't matter whether they've gone to school or not. Kwame Despite is not a professor. Coco King is not a lawyer. Kennedy Japan is not a professor. Dangote is not a professor. Bill Gates is Harvard's most successful dropout. No first degree. Okay? And yet his income is more than some countries' GDP. So it's always great to have something you control. Now, these people, they have something they control, not something that controls them. And since your life is 10 years, since whatever job we are doing, there's a limit. At the age of 60 or 65, depending on which country you are, your life is tenured. So at that stage, you will be dropped. And anytime people go on pension, their salaries come down. That's Koshoko salary. That cancerous salary will go down. So that is why some of us, not all of us, we choose to be part of the project. We choose not to be part of the project too. We also choose to be part of the project. So what I'm going to show you right now, ladies and gentlemen, is how you can become part of this project. It's not by force, but believe it or not, this can take care of so many things. There are people here who are making $500 every month, $1,000 every month, $3,000 every month, $5,000 every month. There are people in GotBackup making $10,000 every month. We just even started. You decide whether this is for you. Okay, so how do you start? First, use the service. Download it, put it on all your devices, let it automatically back up your files for you. Second, don't try to tell people about GotBackup. No, don't do that. Just tell them you have something great, something incredible for them, and you bring them to us here. We will tell them the details. The reason why it's nice for you not to give them the slightest clue is because you have not learned yet the full details. So if you give them a small clue that is even about cloud storage, and they start asking you questions, okay, you create doubt in their heads for them. But when you bring them here, we feed them with all the necessary information, and they will make an informed decision. So just tell the person you have good news for them. The person will ask you, what is the good news? Tell the person, I have an expert who will tell you. Some experts will tell you about it. How about Sunday, 8 p.m. GMT? And then you bring the person here. We will elevate the mental consciousness of the person. The person now has an informed decision to make. When that person decides to get on board, now please remember, some will get on board immediately. Some will take a month, 3 months, 6 months, sometimes even 1 year to come on board. It doesn't matter. It's their choice. Even though coming on earlier will benefit them, it's their choice. Because I know that if I had not come earlier, I will not be earning somebody's. There are people in US, Canada, and Australia. I'm earning income on what they are doing. I don't even know them, simply because I came in earlier. So I tell people that if you know you're going to come in earlier, it's best to do it now. But hey, don't force anybody. If they don't even want to come on board, it's their choice. But here's the truth. As long as this mobile phone is there, as long as Microsoft is there, as long as Google is there, as long as Dropbox is there, as long as Facebook is there, there are 3.5 billion people. As long as these companies are there, GotBackup will continue to shine. Now, how much do you get? You get 7 incomes, 7 different incomes. Some of the incomes are so big, I will not talk about all of them. Income number 1 is called customer acquisition bonus. It's a quick income. It's an income you make immediately within 30 seconds. You made that income. You can make that income every day. How does it work? Once we speak to your person for you and the person is happy, the person decides to get a GotBackup. I'll tell you the price soon. Once the person gets the GotBackup, the company will pay you $50 immediately. The person will get the GotBackup on the annual package. Once the person gets the annual package, the company pays you immediately $50 per person. The second person decides to get it back on the next day, you get another $50. Let's assume the next day you get another $50. And the next day, another $50. So every day you get $50. That means that at the end of the month, on just income number 1, don't forget, this is just income number 1. On just income number 1, you would have gotten $1,005. Not to talk about income number 2. You can get more than that, you can get less than that, depending on how you work. Please remember, this is not a lottery. This is not a lottery. The fact that a person gets the GotBackup service does not mean that the person will be paid. The payment will come about as a result of the person doing the work we are teaching. We have documents, videos. Once you commit yourself to learning and commit yourself to creating value, that value will command its own returns. The second income you get is income dependent on other people's effort, provided you have put in your effort. You see, the system works in such a way that whilst you are working, the effort of other people in several places in the world, you'll be paid on them. For example, let's assume that you've gotten just 2 people, but your friend has gotten 100 people. You'll be paid on 102 people. It's crazy income. All you got to do is to make sure that you have your at least 2 people to earn this income. It's called cycles. Cycle is one of the greatest. It's between $20 and $200,000 every month. You can earn that income every single month. There's another income called generational income. It's just 2.5% of every single person in your team. You will get that income every month. There is another income called cycle match. Let me explain cycle match, because for me, my cycle match alone is more than my salary. And it's always great to enjoy cycle income. Let's assume that you have 10 people. You have sponsored them. They are using the service. They are enjoying it. Okay. And they pay cheaper than even Google Drive or iCloud. So they are okay with it. But these people decided to be part of the project. 10 people. Let's assume that each one of them is making $1,000 every month, $1,000 every month, $1,000 every month. The company will pay you crazy income every month because you were the one who sponsored those 10 people. Now let's take it. For you to be paid, you got to be a sapphire and above. A sapphire means that you have 50 people in your team. Now, these people, some of them you know, some of them you don't even know. Some of them were sponsored by other people in your team. The company is still going to pay you on them. Once you have 50 people or more, you'll be earning this cycle income. You will get 25% of the 1,000 from each one of the 10 people. But if you're a diamond, like some of us, you will get 100%. Now, ladies and gentlemen, watch this. You have 10 people. Each one is making 1,000. You will get 100%. So you will get 1,000 on each one times 10. So it means every month on just cycle match alone, you will get $10,000 on cycle match alone. not to even talk about the rank pool and the leadership. I have over 100 people, ladies and I have 103 people. So think about it. Life is not a bed of roses. Of course, it'll require you to put in some work. But hey, we have already been working in our jobs anyway. We have been struggling anyway. We've been fighting anyway. We've been doing everything on our jobs. If you die today in your job, they will replace you tomorrow. You are not a god. So do not think that you are the most important person, that without you, the job will not continue. It will continue. It has been continuing before you came. So have something. And that is why this is something they don't teach in the classroom. So a lot of students don't know. They only learn how to write CV and chase after jobs after jobs. That's why we have a lot of unemployed graduate association. Okay, now, how much do you pay for the GotBackup? There are some of the things that are free. Personalized link is free. Personalized page is free. The emailing system is not free. It's $500. The tools are free. The online presentations here are free. The mentorship is $1,000. Training is free. Personal development is $500. The community partnership is free. All of this, when you combine them, the total cost is $2,000. That's a lot of money. That is nothing. Why? Because just this month alone, the company is giving you for $120. Just for this month. You will get the entire service. You will get the entire project. You will get everything, which is supposed to be $2,000. You will get it all at just $120 for a year. So you pay $120. The next time you will pay again will be 1 year time. Can you imagine that? For those of you who know about Uber, go and ask of the price of Uber. By the way, for those of you in Africa, Ghana, $120 is just 2,000 cedis. Uber is around 90,000 cedis. That's if you are buying it. It will take you 4 years to pay back that money. That is if you don't touch the salary. 4 years. How long will it take you to get back this $120, which is already giving you the service? How long will it take you? Once you get 3 people on board, you get $150. Just check. You get 3 people, you get $150. So you've already gotten your $120 back plus $30. And yet you have a whole 365 days to use the service. Goodness me. You see, I told you, wisdom is the ability to see what is obvious, even when it's a secret. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a service everyone needs. We have a project anybody can afford. If you can't afford $120 for a year, then it means that whatever you are doing is not helping you in the first place. It means you have to change it. That's what it means. This is our time. And timing is everything. Timing. See, if I had not done it last 2 years, I would be losing this time. You know, sometimes you have to tell yourself, whatever will happen, will happen. Just do it. And that's what a lot of people are doing. Do you think now is the best time to back up your entire digital life? Do you think technology is taking over the world? Do you think AI and artificial intelligence is wiping away jobs? Do you think we are in a wonderful industry? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a professor of artificial intelligence and data analytics, and I can tell you, we are standing at the threshold of our promised land. This can change everything. You know, when Facebook came in 2004, February 4, you know what Mark Zuckerberg did? He called 5 people, his colleague friends in Harvard, told them about the faces in the book. 3 of them walked out of the room. They insulted him. The 2 that stayed behind today, they are billionaires. I'm not saying we are going to be billionaires, but I'm saying that technology, you cannot insult it. It can change drastically like that. And if for this thing to fly in 153 countries, even under 2 years, Google could not go to 153 countries, even in 5 years. It couldn't do. Okay. Facebook could not reach 153 countries, even in 5 years. GotBackup has reached 153 countries under 2 years. So that should tell you the speed at which it's going. And none of these pay you. Netflix doesn't pay you upon all the payment we give to them. Okay. Google Drive doesn't pay you. iCloud doesn't pay you. GotBackup is cheaper than them and still paying. Think about that. It's cheaper. Oh, it's 3 times cheaper than them. And yet it is paying you. But of course, not free. It's paying you for working. Let me clarify that. It's not an investment. You got to work. If you work and you do nothing, you get nothing. If you do something, you get something. These are some of the incomes that people are making. Some are making $3,970. Some are making $7,000. Okay. Depending on what, some are making $500. Let me ask you, ladies and gentlemen, if you are making even extra $500 every month, will it make a difference? Think about it. Extra $1,000 a month. Add it to whatever you are doing. You know what? 99% of us are all doing our normal jobs. So we are only here on part-time. Jeffrey is a banker. Irene is an MD of a company, also working. Enyanam is an MD of her own business, and she's also a nursing lecturer. I have my own company. I'm a director of 4 companies. I'm also in 4 universities. Guys, we are all working. We all don't have time, but we are here because we see the future and we create it. Now, this stage, let me ask the panelists now. Let's go to the panelists and let's ask them, okay, what they have seen. So let me first call Irene. Irene, today is her first time in the studio. And so I want to ask you, Irene, what has been one of the incredible benefits that you have seen yourself with the GotBackup? Irene.
All right, thank you. So when I joined GotBackup, one of the benefits I heard was you could share the space, and I tried it. So one time with my husband, I just said, Charlie, they said this thing, you can share the space. So let's see if it is true. So I went to my back office, went through the video that showed how you can share the space, and instantly I gave him 3 terabytes of the 6 terabytes. So he also has 3 of the 6 to use. He has his own login details. I have my own login details. So he doesn't have access to any of my information. I don't have access to any of his information for $120, and that is amazing.
Wow, that's incredible. Jeffrey, what is one particular thing that really tickled your fancy in this project?
All right, so mine has to do with the ability to use the service on multiple devices. You know, when you consider iCloud, it's restricted to iPhones. But with GotBackup, you can use it on your iPhone, your Android, your Apple, all devices, you can use it on it. And then secondly, you can access it anywhere, any place of your convenience. You can just log in and then access it.
Incredible. And what is one other service benefit of GotBackup that you appreciate the most?
Okay. The service, when it comes to people who say they are not technologically inclined, this thing has been made so simple that even if you don't know anything about technology, it gives you the steps you follow, and when you follow it, everything is laid down. Then the other one is the security aspect. This era of people bridging people's whatever data, whether phone, WhatsApp, whatever, this one is made so secure. It's using the top notch of the world. It's not your WhatsApp is 64 bits. We are using what? 56 bits. It means that if someone has to crash or whatever, hack into your GotBackup data, they have to put 256 characters correct in one line to be able to do that. It's not easy. Even their great grandchildren can't be able to do that. That is what gives me so much.
So security is really powerful. So let me go to Benis. Benis, I know you just joined us. What is one particular service benefit of the GotBackup that you appreciate them? We'll come back to the income. I know you are one of the millionaires here, okay? But the service, what is one thing about the service you like the most?
Nice. All right, thank you for the question. So I like the fact that the service is user or the app is user friendly. Most times people have challenge with navigating other apps or services. Most times, those that are not really good with IT related stuff, and they complain a lot whenever they are using those other apps. So with ours, it's user friendly for everyone of any level in IT related stuff. So you can use our app easily. You can be able to upload your stuff on the app on the cloud, and it's easy to access them any day, any time, anywhere from any device or countless devices without struggling. Okay, so it's something
Good.
that you can easily access it. Very user friendly.
Excellent. Jeffrey, let me come back to you. What is one thing about the document collaboration that you appreciate? The document collaboration. How incredible is that to you?
All right. So with the document approach, it's very secured. It uses the same military grade encryption, that is 256, the same as the way that the US military used. It is the same security system that they equally used.
Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to try the service. It's free to try for 7 days, and you will notice that you can talk to it. That's one of the things about the documents collaboration. You can talk, it will type everything for you. You can encrypt, decrypt, okay, protect. You can convert it to any language you like, and it will do everything in any language. Can you imagine speaking your language, okay? And then you're getting it written. You speaking English is converting it to Ewe, Ga, Hausa, German, Spanish for you, and all of these things are there. Let me go to another benefit of GotBackup in terms of so Irene, one of the things about GotBackup is that it's not just for the service and for the money. What is one thing that you really appreciate about the community and the knowledge?
Yeah, thank you. So the community, it's a place that everyone has to be on. So I joined Go Backup because I needed money. But when I joined the community, I realized that there are several things that I am learning. I am learning to become a better person. So today I am here, and it's because God's backup has given me this opportunity. I am here and I am talking. I am learning to give value. So there are a lot of things I know I have learned, but I didn't know those things are useful. But I'm learning that I can, with what I know, I can talk to other people, help them solve their problems, and even solve my problems, be a better person, then help other people to be better. We are learning how to manage time, how to use social media. In fact, I am always online, but not getting anything from being online. And the previous training, Boss Lady Bernice helped me to do my bio, my social media bio. It would have cost me to get somebody to do that, but I got it for free. She asked me to write, she looked at it, and now I have updated my bio. And then I believe with the subsequent trainings, I'm going to earn extra money from always being online and previously not getting anything. So this community, I say it's a lifestyle. You have to be there. You have to be there. It's a learning
Thank you.
opportunity.
Thank you. I really
Things we are
appreciate that.
learning, you will not get anywhere. You not get, and it's for free. And it has given me the opportunity to meet Dr. Koe, Boss Lady Enyonam, and under normal circumstances, I wouldn't get these people in my circle to learn from them and to apply free of charge. So I'm really loving the God Backup community. Thank you.
Excellent. Excellent. Bernice, let me go back to you. What do you see within the collaboration, the community collaboration, getting to know people, the travelings, because see, people focus on the money, but there's something even beyond the money. What do you see about that?
Yeah, thank you for the question. You're very right about that. For me, I also cherish the fact that I've been able to meet different people from diverse communities, cultures, races through Good Backup, because as business people, we don't have to limit ourselves only to just our local communities. We have to expand, and God Backup gives you the opportunity to meet and collaborate with international markets, you understand? And that is the plus for us. Through this project, I've been able to meet multi-millionaires, not only in Africa, but beyond, and been able to build solid relationship with them. And this can also go a long way to enhancing my business aside GotBackup. And it's something everyone on the call should look out for, that, because you meet people and these people are ready to also invest in you, in your brand, help you push to the top. And it's so wonderful to have such people in this community. And every one of us can grab that opportunity when they join us. So it's something I don't take for granted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know this is not to say that we are not making income. Ladies and gentlemen, we are making some real good income. Just that we value the value and the knowledge more than the income. The income will come. It will come in gargantuan proportion, but it will not come to you when your knowledge level is not up to the income. You see, money does not like people who chase money. It detests them, it rejects them. Money loves those who create value. But you can't create value unless you have knowledge. That's why Hosea 4 says, lack of knowledge, people get destroyed. And the reason is because knowledge creates assets. And so we teach that knowledge. And so I'm going back to you, England. What is one of the things that you think that if a person commits to the knowledge acquisition here, what can the person do even without GotBackup? Like, even if the person is not even making money with GotBackup, which of course you will make if you are learning, okay? Even if the person is not making money, what can the knowledge and the value the person is getting, how will they help the person outside this GotBackup? Okay, it looks like Enyanam is just frozen. The question was so gargantuan. Okay, so now, you know, when she got the question that she's, Enyanam, can you hear me? No, she's lost. She's lost. Okay.
No, I'm back.
You're back where? So could you answer?
Yeah.
Okay,
yes. I heard part of it. You were asking if the person is not making money. That was what I heard.
I'm saying that you will make the income. As for the income, you will
Yeah.
make. But even if a person is not currently not making income, it's because the person has not learned yet.
Yes.
So the person is in a learning process. But how will the learning even help you beyond the income?
Yeah. The fact is that all of us should know that everything we need in life is around us. We've been created to have those things around us. The only thing that will make us recognize those things is gaining knowledge. Have you ever decided that maybe you want to buy a particular color of a car and you think that this one is unique? Then the following day you go out and it's like all the cars have that color. Have you ever experienced that? That is what knowledge does. We have everything around us. Everything that will take us to whatever level in life, it's around us. But until our mind is opened, we won't see those things. That is what knowledge does. As you gain knowledge, it opens up your mind and you realize that once your mindset starts changing, everything possible you need start appearing. And you'll be wondering, how come this thing is here, but I've never seen it? This is what knowledge does. And this community, we try to make people fall in love with the knowledge aspects. Because when you start acquiring knowledge, knowledge can't be hidden. You will start bringing it out. And the more you bring it out, you realize that it draws people towards you. Then you'll be wondering, how come at first people didn't want to hear me, but now they are craving to hear from you. That is what knowledge does. And this community, because we promote knowledge, you don't have, unless you don't partake in it, that is when you remain like that. But if you open yourself up and you allow the knowledge to go through, before you realize, you are changing and you will not even recognize yourself. In a few years, wondering, is it you? And that is where the money starts coming in.
I love that. I like the word that you said you are changing. It means it's the same physical being, but then the mental being has changed. And because the
Yes.
mental being has changed, the everything else is changing. Sometimes we want the government to change. We want our parents to change. We think that when we go to US or Canada or Australia, things will change. But the people in US and Canada and Australia, they have joined GotBackup to change. And GotBackup is in your country, and you have the opportunity to join it to change. And it's not necessarily possible. Now Trump will tell you that you can't come to the US by heart. Okay. Even those dead, he's kicking them away. So you don't need those things to be able to make it by all means. Take advantage of your advantages. I love that point there. Take advantage, because who you are is your nature. What you are becoming is your manifestation. What you are becoming is more important than what you are. And the reason why many people lack things in life is not because they don't have things, it's because they don't know how to use the knowledge they have to get things. For example, you can be born into a rich family, and yet you can be broke more than anything. You see, a person can win a lottery, 1 million. That money is gone because he lacks the requisite knowledge to utilize the money to be able to multiply. Because wealth is not static, it's in transition. Wealth is a sum total of your integrity, okay, loyalty, wisdom, virtue, value, knowledge, all of this. And sometimes when we talk about this knowledge acquisition and value, somebody says, what is this knowledge? You know, let me share something with you. Ladies and gentlemen, you will learn the power of risk taking when you're with us. You learn the power of defying the forces of fear, the strength of endurance, the principles of savings and investment, the character behind entrepreneurship, the exquisities behind knowledge levels, the 4 levels of knowledge, the 5 levels of wisdom, the character of the subconscious mind, the essence of value and virtue, the principles of relationship building, the greatness of mentorship, the power of business, the mind of hope, and the superpower of learning. There are so many things that a person will learn here that will elevate your mental consciousness and will make you a better person. And so you become better in your normal jobs. So people are becoming better. People are learning how to create social media presence. You have value inside of you. You bring that value to the marketplace. That value attracts people to you to the extent that even without GotBackup, your business will be booming. Even without GotBackup, whatever else, for example, you're a mother, you're a housewife. You don't even know that as a housewife, you can make a lot of income by bringing the virtues of a housewife to the world. And you are a housewife always complaining, I don't have a job, I don't have a job. Meanwhile, the job is in you. You are the job. All you got to do is to learn. How do you learn? You need a mentor, and we get it for you here. You put a camera in front of you. You tell the world who you are. You tell the world what you do. You tell the world the singleness of your multitasking. You see, a housewife is a multitasker. So all of these things, as you tell the world, social media will start monetizing you over time. You get to a point you even write a book. That book will sell out. That value on social media will command people to buy the book. That book will attract income. Your value will command its own returns. Meanwhile, all you are doing is that you are just sharing that same housewifeship to the world. But you have been a housewife for 15 years and you are not marketing that value to the world. And this is a reality. A lot of people don't know these things. I was speaking to a certain woman. She's a policewoman. Okay, she's about to go to pension, and she doesn't know that she can teach the world the value of police. People don't even know what the police do. People think that all they do is they are corrupt and all of that. As you begin to educate the public about who you are, when you open your mouth, you attract the world to you. So let me go to Jeffrey. Jeffrey, what would be your last message for those who are inside GotBackup and those who are outside GotBackup? Those who are members and those who are yet to be members.
All right. So my advice to those who are inside is that we should keep learning. All right. So those who are yet to join, best time to join is now. The best time to join is now. The best time to take the decision is now. You have today, you don't have tomorrow. And today is the best time for you to make impact. It is better to join now to regret later.
Why would you say that, Jeffrey? Why would you say it's better to to be part of it now than later? Why?
All right, so it is better to join now because the registration amount is fixed in dollars. That is $120. But $120 currently in CD equivalent is around 2,000 Ghana cedis. But if you wait a week or two, it wouldn't be the same amount. It will be around 2,500, 2,600. It means that it is good to join now to save a certain portion of your money to earn more than to delay and then pay more with the same dollars that you are expecting. So it is better to join now to save money for yourself
Thank you.
than to wait.
Irene, thanks so much. Irene, so what will be your message for those who are yet to be part of it?
For those who are yet to be part, the best time is now, because you leverage on other people's efforts. A lot of people are joining. The earlier you join, the better it is for you, because you are going to benefit from what other people are doing. So if you join today, anybody who comes after today, you are going to benefit on the work they will be doing. If you wait till tomorrow, it might be late. It might not be late also, but then you might be missing out on great people who may be joining today. And once they join and they start working, you can be making some extra dollars. So the best time to join is not today, but it is now. Thank you.
Thank you. And what will be Benis, what will be your message for those who are already members of GotBackup?
Thank you for the question. So I would say be humble, be coachable, be teachable, and then be willing to learn and unlearn. If you are here, know that you've joined a community of people and you have to adapt the habit of constantly learning from the people who are climbing the ladder to the top. I always say that it is dark in the tunnel, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. Once you are here, know that as a beginner, it will be difficult for you. It's normal. The beginning of everything is the hardest. But the moment you acquire certain knowledge and skills, you begin to maneuver and find your way to the top. And once you get to the top, you will meet light and you will not forever remain where you are. So be humble so that you can also crawl to the top. And then when you get there, you will start smiling and you realize that all the efforts, all the time, all the sacrifices have made sense to you. And that's what we are praying for every one of you. So let's try to collaborate with the leaders, team with the leaders, and not work in isolation. Don't be independent here. We work as a team. It is the teamwork that makes our dreams work. So go all out and then try to be with a leader, a mentor, a coach who you constantly call every blessed day, and then ask them, oh, coach, what should I do? What should I do? I have a third party. I want to connect someone to you. Do that every day. Connect to us. We are ready to sacrifice for you. And don't keep yourself in your comfort zone, because you will die in your comfort zone. But when you come out of your comfort zone and you work with a mentor, there is no way you won't get to where the mentor is, because life, to become successful, all you need is to learn from someone who is successful. It's a secret.
Lovely.
So
lovely.
just be ready to work with a team, with a
Wow.
leader, and you're.
Wow, thank you. She's speaking because she has reached a level of excellence. You see, a person who speaks like she is someone who has told the path, has run the race, and can speak with vim and authority, because the word author comes from the word authority, and shows she has an authority in her authorship. Okay, so that's why she's talking like that. Let me go to Enyina. Enyina, what will be your message for those who are already part of GotBackup? It's easy to start, but easy to fail when you start.
Yes. This is a long journey we are on. It's a wealth journey. The states, the level of your mindset is what you will get. Yes, Leverage is what we have here, as you've been told. What are you leveraging on? You are already part. What are you leveraging on? Everything has been thrown before you. What are you making use of? It's free. People are willing to sacrifice for you. What is holding back? It's just your mindset. Decide to overcome that and start moving, because I keep telling people, a business that can make you today, if your network is 1 million people, it can give you that type of income. Don't joke with it at all. And every country in this world, you can decide to open up. It is something you shouldn't joke at all with. It is just your mindset. Overcome yourself that is blocking you. Clear it off the way and go for whatever you are planning for. Because when you look back and look at the time you wasted, you will start regretting. And one of the greatest thing that is so painful is regret. Don't get to that level. Let us move forward. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, see, a hungry person cannot be forced to eat. So look at your life. If your life is okay, fantastic for you, this is not for you. But look at your life. Look at your life now. Look at where you want to go tomorrow. Where would you want to be in 5 years? Where would you want to be in 2 years? You know, somebody says 5 years is too long. By the time you realize you have children, in case you don't know, by the time you realize you have grandchildren, time is flying. Look at yourself in the mirror. You are not getting any younger. Where would you want to be? And that would determine your hunger level. You see, when you are hungry and somebody offers you food, you don't ask, is there meat in it? Is there salad in it? Because your hunger level will determine whether you will take the thing quickly or not. For some of us here, our hunger level is high. Why? Because we have orphans. Some of us have orphans, taking care of 33 orphans. They are dependent on us. We need to take care of them. So what is hunting me is different from what is hunting you. What is hunting you is probably a butterfly. What is hunting me are 4 lions. So the speed at which I'm running because when you see somebody run, you don't ask, why are you running? You ask the person, what is hunting you? So look at your life in the mirror and tell yourself, if I should do what I am doing right now, what will happen in 4 years? Will something have changed? Newton's third law of motion. It says when an object is moving at the same pace it has been moving, it will not change. For things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to. Nothing will change. Go and bring Obama, Osama, Nana, Mahama. Nothing will change. For things to change, we got to make a drastic move in our life. Life is pain. Life is headache. Life is hard. Anything can happen tomorrow. You just don't know. So we got to prepare. Tough times lay ahead. A new wave of COVID might hit. You just don't know. And there's a friend I know in UK here. This lady has been a nurse and she's been working because she wants plenty money. And she was driving on the wheel, okay, and sleeping. And then she hits the forest, a wood, and then she somersaulted and died. Just last week. She just died like that. Anything could happen. She was killing herself. Have something you control. Not something that we are in 2025. Don't wait and say that God will show me. I'll fold my arms. The manna will come. It won't come. There's already plenty on the ground. So if you are in this project, move. Type it there. Move. Move. The last chapter of your life has not been written yet, ladies and gentlemen. This is your moment. You too were created in the image of a creator whose creativity in his creation is created. You too deserve God. You too must be happy. You too must be joyous. You, not anybody, you. So why are you in the image of God and God is always smiling and you are always doing, how are you? It's not easy. How are you? Why is it that every day is not easy? You got to make a declaration for your life. It can't continue like this. Can't continue like this. You got to make a difference because no one is coming. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, no one. I'm in the UK here. I see people struggling, dying. They can't sleep in the cold weather. There was a man. I went in the morning, came back in the evening, and he was standing on the same point he was standing for 12 hours. The man was standing. I said, hey, Basa, oh, bro. He says, you see that camera is on me. If I move, I'm dead. People are killing themselves. So make a decision, Masa. If you think that anyone is coming for you, see yourself as a lonely loner, being chased by 35 lions. You got to run the last breath of your life. And this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity. All of us here, we are already great in our field. We are not broke. We are doing well. So why do you think we are doing this? Because wisdom is seeing the obvious. That's why Proverbs chapter 6, it says, go talk to the ant. The ant is the smallest insect, and yet the ant can see when it is going to rain. And so the ant will prepare for darker moments, darker times. That's what the ant will do. It will prepare. In fact, even if there is snow, that snow will overtake other buildings. It will overtake cars. And yet after 2 months, you see the ants coming out of the ground. There will be flood in Accra. That flood will take kiosks away. It will destroy people's building. After 2 months, you see the ants coming out of the ground. Because wisdom is the ability to see the unseen, even when it remains a secret to others. You have a purpose. You have something in your hand. You will be helped to grow. Hold on to your game. Don't let people who don't know where they are going deceive you. Look, if there's a better option, ladies and gentlemen, come and tell us. We will all stop this thing and we will follow you. But if you don't have a better option yet, and do this one. Do it with your all. You will pass through a Red Sea, and so what? You go through the desert, and so what? You still reach your promised land. You still get to Canaan. Canaan is the focus. A woman goes through 9 months of pregnancy. It's not because it's fun. On the day of delivery, the child can die. The woman too can die. And yet women continue to bubble over and keep. Somebody will tell you, this is my last one. I will never give birth again. After 1 year, 2 years, he said, last one again. Because the thought of the glory is what propels us to move on. If you don't do that, you will look at somebody's child and wish you had your own. Dig your well before you are thirsty. Dig your well. Ask yourself, if they should call me right now and they ask my family, they ask me that they need an emergency $10,000. Else, 4 people are going to die to do an emergency surgery. $10,000. Will I get that income? If you cannot answer yes, sacrifice and do this thing. Because over time, you can make that income. That's why we are here. We are making it. I've made way more than that. Okay, you too can do that. But who you will become, even in the process, that is even more powerful than the income. What you will become, when you open your mouth, the world will gravitate towards you. Stay on track. Remain in Noah's Ark. The flood is coming. Remain in Noah's Ark. Dig your well before you are testing. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a big thank you to Jeffrey for being here. He's a serious banker. He always doing some banking activity for one of the greatest banks in Africa. And yet, he is here sharing his knowledge with us. I want to say a big thank you to Jeffrey. Wonderful thank you. First entry, Irene, for coming here and sharing your nugget with us. We really appreciate you. Continue to grow, continue to show greatness as a woman of substance, because a lot of generation will be looking up to you. Super duper thank you to Bernice. Great show womanship. okay, with the knowledge you have vomited here. No wonder you are radiating in pulchritude, okay, right now in the studio here. And what a way that Enyanam Epiphania Sephano actually delivered the initial part. Okay, she is an iron lady in the mind. She is a powerhouse. Okay, this lady is like a stone that is unshakable, unmovable, a real diamond, a fortitudinal fortitude, an intercontinental ballistic, Kosovoic, atomic, and Russian, Ukrainian bomb. This woman, she speaks because wisdom has filled her bucket. Thank you so much, Enyanam, for being here. And to you, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an incredible night. It's been an incredible. So, Alice, you have been instrumental in the nugget. Guys, if you were reading the information here, Alice tells vomiting some knowledge, giving us all the, and then Bakishi, he says 3:30 a.m. in where he is now, and he still joined us here. It's been an incredible interchange of information here that we've had. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you to all of you. Let's go tell the world. Let's use our energy, the last drop of our red blood cells. Let's tell the world that we still have a better way. We still have a better way. We'll continue to do our jobs, but we will push through the walls of GotBackup. By the end of the year, who knows, we would have covered the entire surface of the world. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll be meeting in the afternoons every week. Thank you, and bye-bye, everyone.